So welcome to Menstrual Ease. I'm Olivia. I'm going to be taking the session tonight. I'm really excited because it means that I get to bring all the wisdom from the kind of smaller classes that we do together to create a lovely, beautiful, rounded class for your moon time. So tonight we're going to do just a gentle, beautiful, yummy class to support your moon. And then in the next few months moving forwards, we're going to be doing classes that are more specific to the doshas. So you can actually have different types of PMS depending on your kind of main dosha that you are. So if you were Kapha, you would want a kind of slightly different practice than if you were kind of like dominantly Pitta. So over the next few months for Menstrual Ease, I'm going to be going through each of the different doshas and what would be supportive for each if you're suffering with PMS or having kind of difficulties with your menses. Obviously, these classes are for anybody anyway, in the sense of doing these more gentle, restorative, nurturing practices are really good at any time during the month and can be super supportive just for that. If you're feeling overwhelmed or coming into the luteal phase, or if you're post cyclical living and you just want some time for yourself and connecting in with your womb. You know, as women, we want to connect with our womb forevermore. So these classes are really good for just dropping that energy down, which we all need to do at, you know, whatever phase of life we're in. So these classes are going to just be really yummy, really nurturing and supportive of the moon. So I'm going to pull a card for tonight to set an intention, which I like to do when it's more of a yummy class. So what have we got? We have the Mystic Rose: compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. So I feel like that really works with the energy of this evening, because it's just bringing in that compassion that we have towards ourselves, devotion to these practices where we bring compassion to ourselves, humility, so, you know, that essence of being humble and surrendering. And I think that comes part and parcel with the moon time, that surrender energy, that rest energy, having that wisdom or inner knowing to kind of step back. We don't know everything. Sometimes it's just taking a minute to step back and the wisdom will come through. Or, you know, the more we push sometimes for things, the harder it becomes. Humanity, obviously supporting, you know, sacred sisterhood and grace. I always think it's such a beautiful thing to have grace, connection to spirit, but also to move through life with grace. I just think it's my husband is like that, actually. He moves through with a lot more grace than I do. So we're going to start as we mean to go on. So we're going to come down to Mother Earth. If you have any gentle music that really speaks to your heart and your womb and just allows you to feel really yummy and nourished, then feel free to pop that on. If you're watching on replay, then you can always pause and find your music, come back and get settled. But if you're looking also, you know, doing the menstrual phase, it's really lovely to also be in silence so that we can drop into the wisdom of our womb. So coming down to Shavasana. And then if you want any pillows or cushions to use or bolsters for underneath the knees, you're more than welcome. You know, especially around this time, some women can get kind of more backaches. We can feel a bit more tension in the hips. So it's always nice to support the body. And then if you want anything under the head, if you have quite a hard floor as well, you might want to use a blanket underneath the hips. So just pop right underneath the hips, which I'm actually going to do, and then just use a little cushion for my head. So just FYI, in these menstrual ease classes, you can't get too yummy. So whatever you need to support yourself, you do it, because the idea is to make it, you know, as yummy as possible. So do whatever you need to do for you. And then just coming down to the earth, finding that space where you can really let go. Again, if it's too much with the legs extended, just bending the knees, allow the knees to come together, finding that constructive rest pose. or taking a moment in Shavasana if it feels okay for you and your back before we come into the constructive rest pose, which we will do after rest. So just taking a minute, each breath, just settling into the body, into the pose, breathing in and breathing out, closing the eyes down. If you are at home and you're doing this in the evening, you might even want to turn the lights down a little bit, just so you're really encouraging that body to start to unwind, relax, release. And I always love to start connecting in with the breath. I just feel it really helps us to slow down, connect into the body, find a bit more space, a bit more peace. So just gently bringing your awareness to the breath, noticing where you can feel the breath in the body. Is it in the belly, in the ribs, in the chest? And at the beginning, as we start, just trying not to control or force the breath, just noticing as you come into your practice how your breath feels this evening. And it will be changing all the time like we are, but just becoming aware of the breath. Is it long or short, spacious, deep, raspy? Is there texture to the breath? Coming to yourself with compassion, as we said in these classes, there's no judgment, no expectation. Whatever, we're looking for the roots that feel good. So whatever feels the best to you this evening. So coming to your breath with compassion, honouring. We're not judging the breath. And as we become aware of the breath, we're just gently inviting the breath to slow. So if the breath is up in the chest, we might want to draw the breath down into the base of the diaphragm, into the belly, starting to draw that energy down, but creating a soft belly breath. So we're not trying to force the breath. Gentle inhale and exhale. And if you want to, you can bring your hands to the belly, or if they feel comfortable on the floor, just leaving them there. Just a gentle, soft belly breath. Each exhale, softening and relaxing the body. Softening, relaxing the shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Creating more space in the body, more ease. And softening the breath through the ujjayi. So if you have ujjayi breath in your practice, you can just gently start to deepen the breath. Again, we're not pushing or forcing. We're inviting the breath to just move a little bit deeper into the body. If you notice you're starting to push at any point or there's a strain, just ease off, back off, come back to softness, come back to ease. And if you're doing this practice, especially in your moon time and you haven't already, just drawing your energy down into your belly, into your womb space. And if you no longer have a physical womb space, you can connect into the energy of the womb, the sacral energy. Just bring in, imagine drawing your energy, so you're drawing your mind's eye down into your womb space, into your belly. Just greeting your womb this evening. And maybe you can feel the bubbling of the magic of your bleed. How does she feel this evening? And what does she need this evening from your practice? What does your womb space need? Just take a minute to tune in, see if she has anything to share with you. And just setting that as your intention for your practice tonight, whatever your intention is from your womb space, and see if you can bring that into your practice throughout the evening. I'll keep reminding you in the poses as we move through the breath. Where can I bring in more of my intention from my root voice, from my womb space? And then to begin with, we're just going to gently bend the knees now. So you're going to take the feet flat to the earth, bending the knees. If you need to move your cushion, please do so. So you really want your feet flat onto the earth, however that looks for you, legs hip width apart. And then the legs kind of just gently find a space, they come together, where you can really relax into the hips and the thighs. You're not holding any tension in the body. And this is really supportive for releasing the psoas muscle. And I've spoken about it before. There's a whole book on the psoas muscle where we talk about, where the lady that wrote the book, I can't remember her name. I think it's Liz Coe. She basically talks about how we can hold a lot of emotion in the psoas muscle, and often people think they have kind of muscular or structural tight hips, but actually it can be that the psoas muscle's locked in. So this constructive rest pose is really good for releasing that tension, releasing that locked in psoas muscle. So maybe bring the hands back down to the earth and just taking some breaths here, seeing with each exhale, if you can invite the psoas, invite the sacrum, the hips to just release, relax and let go. Just notice as well, if you're holding any tension in the jaw, you can take this moment as well to massage the jaw. The jaw and the hips are connected. Often if you feel like you're holding tension in the jaw, there'll be tension in the hips and vice versa. So just using the hands to gently massage through the jaw. So again, relaxing the arms down. Soft belly breathing. So again, not focusing on controlling the breath, but allowing the breath to be nice and soft. But deepening the breath, but without strain. Just relaxing and releasing. And what we're working with here is the Apana breath. So the downward energy. It's called the Apana Vayu, from the belly button to the base of the spine. We're just working with that downward energy, and we're honouring the release of the menses, of our menstruation, and we're just letting go of energy through the belly. So if you want to, I can invite you to join in if you want to. Just place any gentle light touch onto the belly, onto the legs, onto the hips. And then again, releasing the hands down, just taking a few more breaths. So through intentional cyclical living, we work with the different energies in the body. The first half of the cycle, we're working on drawing the energy up to the heart space to live in our heart shine. And the second half, working with the Apana energy, drawing the energy down, relaxing, releasing, grounding, coming into the infinite power and beauty of Mother Earth and our deep feminine wisdom. And then when you're ready, we're going to take the hands to the knees, bring the knees into the chest. And then you're going to inhale, the knees slide away. And as you exhale, just drawing the knees a little bit closer to you. So just gently breathing in and then breathing out. Again, keeping that nice soft breath. And we don't want to crush into the body too much. Normally we might have these practices where we really come in, but obviously when we're in menstruation, we want to encourage that energy flow, but also we don't want to constrict into the belly too much. So just a nice gentle flow with the breath. And then just taking the knees round, just circling the knees round, working into massaging the sacrum, relaxing, releasing, just breathing and being with the body, with the womb space. And then working in the opposite direction, breathing in, breathing out. And then you can do circles away from each other. So you're going to take the knees out to the side and then bring the knees together. Breathing in and breathing out. Slow, steady, soft breaths. And when you're ready, working in the opposite direction. Coming back to centre. I'm going to extend the left leg out to drawing the right knee towards the chest. And then gently switching the legs over. Again, nice gentle drawing in, not too much force, soft breath. And then just extending that left leg, breathing in, taking the arms above the head, inhale. Feel that lovely length through the whole of the body. Exhale, drawing the body in. And then coming over to the right side or the left side, taking an extra moment to breathe, and then slowly using the hands, gently making your way up to a seated pose. So just coming into cross-legged seated pose. Very good. Bringing the hands onto the knees, and then just gently moving the body round, breathing in and breathing out. Good, and then slowly going in the opposite direction. And just coming back to your intention for the womb space. As you move round, can you bring in your intention as we start to move into some gentle movement? Can you honour the womb space in any way through how we breathe, how we move? Good. Slowly coming back to centre. And then we're just going to place the left hand beside the left hip and just gently breathing up and over, drawing the body over. Slowly coming over to the opposite side. Good. And then coming back to centre, drawing the body over to all fours. Placing the hands underneath the hips, knees underneath, hands underneath the hips, that's a new one. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, legs hip width apart. And then just slowly and mindfully moving through your cat-cow, breathing in and breathing out. And then moving through the hips, however feels good for you. Taking the hips round. Again, how can you express your movement from the intention from your womb space? Does that mean making it even more slow and mindful? Does it mean bringing in more fluidity and creativity? What does your womb want from your practice this evening? How can you speak from your womb space through your gentle movement, through your practice, through your breath to honour her this evening? And also just feeling the energy of Mother Earth underneath you. And then slowly drawing the body back, glutes down to the heels, coming into wide leg child's pose. So just have the knees open, drawing the whole body, the head down to the earth. Again, we have the legs open to just create a bit more space for the womb. Surrendering down to Mother Earth. Gently lifting the gaze, and we're going to move through the hips. So you're going to push through the right side of the hip, coming up to all fours, and then gently exhaling back, and then push through the left side, coming forwards and exhaling back. So just moving side to side. So you come out to the side and round, feeling that lovely stretch, and then coming straight back to child's pose. Push through the side. And if that doesn't feel good for you this evening, then again, just move in however feels right for you. Remember, this practice should be really honouring of your body, really mindful, nice, gentle. Maybe you just might want to bring in some rippling through the spine, back and forth. Good. Slowly bringing the body back, walking the hands in, and then we're going to come into bound angle pose. So this is where you're going to want your pillows. Anybody that knows me and comes to class knows this is my absolute favourite. You want to bring your pillows, your bolsters, your cushions, whatever you're using, draw into the back of you to create somewhere for you to lay. Again, if the floor's hard, place some cushion or pillow underneath. If you have a strap, you might want to bring the strap round the back and wrap around the feet, but I would say for menstruation that's probably quite a strong restorative pose, and we want to go more gentle. So rather than having the feet in butterfly, you probably want to have the feet more kind of crossed, or however feels good for you. You can also place cushions and then support underneath the knees, which can feel really lovely. So we're just thinking, how can I bring all the yummy to my body? Definitely have a blanket, just make you feel nice and cozy and nourished. And then when you're ready, bringing your body back. Again, just checking in, how does it feel sometimes as well? Especially with restorative poses, we can move into the pose, and then as we relax, we might need to make some adjustments. So that's okay as well, because we're going to stay in here for a little while. So make yourself nice and comfortable as we've got the opportunity to stay in the pose for a little bit longer. This is the perfect pose for menstruation, PMS, creating more ease. Opening the body gently, create more space, but also still working with that Apana energy. So just keep flowing through with that gentle belly breath, honouring the energy of your womb space, and allow yourself to just drift off, let go. Feel the body relax, relax through the shoulders, the arms, the hips, the legs, the feet. making those adjustments as you feel yourself settling into the pose. What do you need to support your body so you can just let go that little bit more, finding more ease in the body. And as we settle in, just taking 3 ha breaths together. So you're just going to inhale through the nose and just exhale. And as you exhale, just saying ha, ha through the mouth, through the sound. This is just really relaxing for the vagus nerve, relaxing and releasing for the body. So just gentle in-breath. Ah. Just letting go. Twice more with your breath. Again, as you relax a bit more, you might notice places where the body's holding. So just inviting the breath to move to those spaces, just inviting the body to let go. Good, just taking a few more breaths here. And then with the setup, you can either place the hands to the earth, draw chin to the chest and slowly roll up. But what can also be quite nice is to just bring the body over to the side and kind of slide off your props and just taking a moment to be on your side. Using the hands slowly and gently draw the body up, taking your time, especially if you have low blood pressure. And we're just going to come into a supported child's pose. So you can just literally switch the body round, take the knees either side of the pillows, or if you're using a bolster, either side of the bolster. And then bringing the body down onto the pillows. If you want it to be a little bit higher, just bring in whatever support you want. And again, if you want to, just to make it nice and cozy, bringing in a blanket. So if you're doing this session on replay and you want more time in any of the poses, you can always look at how we get into them, pause, and then go into your pose and spend a bit more time. And turn the head to the side. Doesn't matter which one, because we'll do the other side in a moment. And whenever I have, in the past, when I've had menstrual cramps, or on the odd occasion it still happens, this is definitely one of my go-to poses for relief. And if you want to as well, you can always bring in a hot water bottle to place onto the back or under the belly. And then gently switching the head over to the opposite side. Gently and mindfully start to slowly bring yourself out, taking your time, coming up to seated. Just take a minute, move in your cushions and pillows, and we're going to finally, our last restorative pose is restorative bridge pose. So you can take your cushions to the side and then slowly switch back round, coming down to the earth. Coming down. If you've got quite a high bolster, which I don't really recommend for menstruation, you want your poses to be more on the gentle side than the stronger side, then you can obviously come to laying down, put the feet down, lift the hips up and bring your props underneath the body. But really we want kind of quite a low restorative bridge. We don't want any strong back bends, forward folds, really like strong dynamic, just because as well, a few things really, but one of the main, we don't want to be engaging the body to, as if we're engaging the body, we're engaging the core, engaging the mula bandha, we're drawing the energy up, and we don't want to be like pulling and pushing and moving the uterus. So we just want these nice gentle poses to honour the uterus, the body, the womb space. So just finding that nice place for you, getting your blanket. Feet again flat to the earth, connecting down to Mother Earth. Once more coming back to your intention for your womb space. How can I honour? Maybe starting to think about how could I honour my womb, or tune into the womb to ask how can I honour you when I come out of my practice for the rest of the evening, for the rest of the day. And gently, when you're ready, taking the last few breaths in your bridge pose. And then either coming back into constructive rest pose, maybe you want to take it down a notch or stay as you are, or push the cushions down a little bit further so you can use them underneath the knees to come into full shavasana. Again, whatever feels good for you, and then placing the hands to the belly or palms up to the sky, or for more grounding, palms facing down to the earth. Whatever feels right for your body in this moment. So I want you to stay on the earth, stay grounded as I come up to sitting to just lead a relaxation journey. So you stay where you are, find your nice Shavasana, however feels good for you, staying seated. And then I'm going to come up to read the Shavasana. So before we come into relaxation, just taking a few breaths, releasing and relaxing down to the earth. And I'm going to come back to our card, the Mystic Rose. Compassion, devotion, humility, humanity, and grace. So this is a dark moon relaxation practice. So the dark moon is related to the menstruation phase. And this relaxation is all about rest and renewal of your energy. And this is the kind of intention of the delicate phase of the cycle. Deep relaxation practices that can help support, relax the nervous system. And obviously if we're holding tension in the body, it's a bit like, you know, when women give birth. If we're holding tension, it can be more painful. So we really want to relax the body, relax the sacral, relax the nervous system, and then we can find more ease in menstruation. So I'm just going to take a few breaths. So this can be done as part of class, or you can do this by itself. So just laying down if you're not already. If you want to use something to cover your eyes, you can. Again, you might want to turn the lights down, make the space dark. Make sure that you're nice and covered and warm as we come into stillness and relaxation. Often the body can get a little bit colder. So we can think, oh, I don't need anything. But actually, as we begin to come into stillness, we can start to feel a little bit cold. So just make sure that you're nice and warm. And just check that you are lying in a straight line. Let your shoulders release down to the earth. Feet falling out to the sides if you've got them extended. Preparing for your deep sacred rest. Remind yourself that this is your time to withdraw from the world, to nourish your energy during your dark moon bleeding time. Or just taking this time to honour and nurture your womb. Soaking up this intention of conscious rest into every cell of your being. Just taking a minute now to remind yourself of your womb's intention and how you can weave that in to this rest and relaxation. Know that you've created this space just for yourself. You have nowhere to go, nothing to do, no one you need to be there for. It's just you and your time to rest. Feel your body becoming heavy and surrendered into the floor, so that you have a sense of the earth embracing your weight, supporting you fully. It's as if the floor is pushing up into the weight of your body, allowing you to let go more fully, allowing you to let go with more ease. Soften into the breath, allow the breath to become quiet, natural, subtle, as you continue to enjoy the sensation of the entire body letting go. Imagine your body is releasing back into a gigantic, deep, red, plush pillow. It's so soft, so supportive. Feel the softness all around you as you sink down more deeply. Feel into your body now and relax the facial features, the eyes sinking back in their sockets like two pebbles sinking into a bottomless pond. Soften all the tiny muscles around the eyes. Smooth out any furrows in the brow and relax the upper and lower jaw. Swallow and consciously let go of any holding in the inner walls of the throat. Move your awareness down through your body to relax the shoulders so that you feel the front shoulder heads rolling back and the chest broad and open. Relax the muscles at the bottom of the ribs, the floating ribs, and soften across the diaphragm. Feel the backs of the ribs spreading into the floor. Feel the arms and legs heavy and loose. Become aware of your entire back of your body and feel it releasing and letting go. Feel the body spreading into the floor like chocolate melting in the hot sun. Settle your awareness into the belly. Relax there as you feel the gentle rise and fall of the natural breath. Soft belly breaths, soft belly breaths. Now become aware of the blackness behind the eyes, the infinite black space, the emptiness, the void, there behind the eyes. Feel into this blackness. Go deeper and deeper into the blackness so that it feels like you are being wrapped in blackness, in darkness. Feel the dark go on, extending so that your whole body is enveloped in darkness, soaking up. Feel the blackness so that it spreads into all directions. It's inside of you and all around you. There is no fear, no pain, no tension, just complete acceptance, complete surrender to the void, the blackness, darkness. Extend your awareness now to imagine that you can see the night sky above you, the mantle of utter blackness, studded with diamond constellation of stars. Gaze into the infinite blackness of space that has no end, no beginning. Can you also imagine the outline of the new moon in the night sky for you? Feel the energy of the new moon. It's emerging from the darkness, and there's a hesitant feeling of newness, new life, new growth. Bring that image of the new moon into your womb space now, the space beneath the belly. Breathe into your soft belly, your womb space, as you visualize the new moon nestled in your womb, setting the new energy into your womb's intention. Let go of the image of the new moon now, and imagine your womb is a room and you are inside it. Imagine this room is lush, and darkly lit with soft, dark red furnishings and curtains. It's warm and dark here. Picture yourself walking around this room, your womb space, and you see a broom there. You begin sweeping with the broom, sweeping any debris in this beautiful feminine room, sweeping away anything that you feel is unwanted, no longer needed. Keep sweeping until that you feel that your womb space room is clean and new, ready to step into your intention. When you're ready, come back into your whole body. And sense your whole body resting on the floor in this moment. Resting your whole body as much as you can. Support your working body, your womb that is working to release your sacred dark moon. If you're no longer cycling, think about all the times that your womb has supported you to release your bleed. Just take this moment to honour your womb space. Savour the last few moments of rest and rejuvenation, of this deep relaxation practice, just feeling, resting within yourself. Just gently now start to deepen back into the breath. Maybe gently wiggle through fingers and toes, slowly taking the head side to side. And when you're ready, roll on to your right side and just rest there in a fetal position, just for a few minutes before coming up to seated. Using the arms to gently bring yourself up to seated when you're ready. And then gently placing one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly, maybe dipping the chin to chest, and just sit quietly for a few moments. Giving quiet thanks to your womb, the power center of your femininity. Giving thanks for the quietness and peacefulness of your sacred dark moon, of the darkness of the deep feminine that we hold within us, the void. Honouring your special time to retreat and to rejuvenate, and the magic that you hold within your body and spirit. When you're ready, just gently lifting the gaze, flickering the eyes open, and just taking this last moment to honour the light, the dark and the divine within yourself, and the light, the dark and the divine within others. Thank you for joining me for Menstrual Ease this evening. It's been a really beautiful pleasure to teach you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.